Hello, dear friends. I'm Roland, homeopath in Royston on Vancouver Island, and welcome to my YouTube channel. And thank you for joining me again to one of these little videos. Today, I want to talk about something strange, the number of healing. What is that? You might think it's 911. Yes, that's great in an emergency, totally correct. I want to talk about the quality of the number six. And let me tell you the story, what made me think of doing that. In one of my last workshops, where I taught the participants how to prepare a homeopathic remedy from scratch, here sitting down with mortar and pestle and grinding for hours and stuff like that. And in a 2-day process, actually, it would need a third day then to finish it all. Then a homeopathic remedy emerges. One of the participants asked me, Roland, why do we everything in sixes? We for every energetic level, we grind 6 rounds of 6 minutes. And also in homeopathy, it seems to be important because the original potencies of homeopathic remedies were 6C, 12C, 30C. And so I thought, oh, that's a great question. Why is that? It's true. The six is the number of healing. But why is that? The six is an interesting number. About 25,000 years ago, 2,500 years ago, sorry, Pythagoras, an ancient mathematician, called it a perfect number. For him, it was because it's both the sum of its parts as well as the multiplication of its parts. It's 1 plus 2 plus 3, and it's also 1 by 2 pi 3. For him, for Pythagoras, that was something amazing. You know, the ancient mathematicians, they were not just um, uh, fooling around with numbers and adding and doing all kinds of stuff. They were philosophers. Every number had a quality. And today we sometimes just think algebra is just adding and just the basic calculation skills. And to a certain degree, that's true. But back then, they for them a number said way more than just a number, and we forgot a little bit about that. So let's look into that. As an old beekeeper, I love bees, yeah, and here I show you a piece of a honeycomb, and it shows all little cells one next to the other, and they're all in perfect sixes. So yes, for the bees, the six is also a perfect number, just for like for Pythagoras. The six is ever present in also in geometry, like the uh, uh, a circle has 360 degrees, and you can construct a hexagram in putting 6 times the radius of the circle on the circle circumference. And and it also has something to do with time, because the day has 24 hours. It's a number that can be divided through sixes. Every hour has 60 minutes, and every minute has 60 seconds. That's interesting. And somebody, a friend of mine that knows very well about the Kabbalah and Jewish mysticism, he said in the ancient Hebrew alphabet, the sixth letter is Vav, and Vav means and that's something great. And that means the six has something to do with connecting, and that's true. Since Stone Age times, the triangles were used to symbolize the masculine and the feminine. The triangle with a tip towards the above is called sometimes the fire triangle, and it symbolizes the masculine. The triangle with a tip towards below is sometimes called the water triangle, and it symbolizes the feminine since ancient times. And when you put the two triangles together, you have the Star of David, the nine-pointed star. And when you put them together, then these two triangles, then you have again the six. And the six is in what you see in the example of the two triangles. The six connects, and yes, you guess right, the six has something to do with sex, because when things that seem to exclude each other, when they meet in love, something magical can happen. Like when you see the darkness and light seems to exclude each other. Either it's dark or it's light. Yeah, they cannot be both. But when the day and the night meet in the morning or in the evening, it's magical, beautiful sky with lots of colors. It's exciting to watch that. And where the masculine and the feminine meet, there's something can happen that otherwise is the right of the gods. They can create new life. So when two things that seem to exclude each other come together in love, something new emerges. And that is the power of the six in healing. That out of the disease, in healing, something new emerges. Healing is not going back to how it was before. Healing means overcoming something, and out of that, a new level of health is being reached. So the six connects, it unites, it brings together, it reunites, it connects the answer with the question, it connects the disease with the healing, it connects heaven and earth, it connects the matter with spirit, it connects the masculine and the feminine. This is the old power of the six, and that's why for a very, very long time the six has been called the number of healing, and that's why we still in the healing arts do a lot in sixes today. Now, this was a little talk about the quality of the six, and there's other numbers and have other qualities, and people that know way more about it and are more authorized to do that, they can tell you surely a lot. So I stick with what I know. This is the six because it's about healing. But sometimes in our life, we also forget that things have a quality and not only a quantity. Like today, we treat numbers as if it doesn't matter which number it is. It's just one. It's just one more. Two is just one more than the one, and three is just one more than the two. But that all these quality, these numbers have a quality. That's something ancient mathematicians knew, and it's still true. And when we think, for example, about money, sometimes we think it's just a number of our account, but also money has a quality. How we get it, the circumstances that it came to us, who gave it to us, how we earned it. That has a quality, and it's not just a number on the account. And on that quality also depends a little bit if it makes us happy or not. That can be very, very different. It's not just the how much it is. There's other things like food. Sometimes we reduce food to pure quantity, to just how much calories does it have. But every food has a quality, a beauty, has a way it's been produced, not just how many calories it has. And this quality, this is also something that nurtures us. So maybe you look a little about in our culture, where do we reduce quality and prefer quantity? It's an interesting exploration. Maybe have fun with it. And I would be very curious if you would let me know, maybe in a comment or something, what you find out. and how that lands in you. Thank you for being with me today, and I'm looking forward to see you next time again. Bye.